fucking Friday. So New Mexico is gonna make the news next week because it's time for the International Balloon Fiesta. I haven't had the greatest experience with hot air balloons, and that's because I've taken a hot air balloon ride and it's not everything that it's cracked up to be. There's a lot of flaws, I would say. It starts with what time you have to get there. I don't know if you guys know, but you have to get there around 4:30, 5 a.m. The reason that you go so early is because the hot air balloons don't work during the day. It's only a morning thing. So when I finally got there, we had to help set up the balloon. Now that's the first problem. What the fuck am I doing setting up the balloon that I'm paying to ride in? They have to roll out the balloon and they start filling it with fans. It's kind of like what you would do to open a trash bag. Eventually, it fills up enough that they can start pumping hot air into it so it stands up straight. This is when you get hit by the New Mexico waterfall. What that is when the balloon starts to stand upright and you're standing in the basket, all the dirt that was blown into the balloon now comes tipping out all over the back of your fucking head. Ours, however, fell back over after it just poured all that shit on us. This is kind of the time that I'm thinking maybe we shouldn't go. Because if it was a plane and the wings kept falling off, I don't think I'd go on that flight, but I did. The next problem is that you're standing in a basket. A legit, woven basket. It just doesn't seem like the safest thing to be floating thousands of feet in the air in. It's crackling and you feel it falling apart, but it's good. From there you start taking off, right? And the balloon starts going up. And then you have this guy standing at the edge, and he's kind of in his own area of the basket. And he is the pilot. I think it's pretty much a loose term because the balloon kind of just goes wherever the wind takes it. And this guy just controls the flamethrower. Eventually you get to a height. It's your cruising altitude. It's wherever the fucking wind's taking you. Our pilot was pretty cool though. I was kind of younger at the time. And of course the first thing that you ask somebody who flies balloons for a living is, you ever dropped anything out of it? Our pilot comes from the same mentality as we do. And is like, oh yeah, of course. I've dropped golf balls, tennis balls, bowling balls, basketballs, everything. In the middle of that, we're like, hold up. You threw out a bowling ball? And this guy looks at us with all the confidence in the world and he's like, yeah. And it landed in my neighbor's yard. It turns out that our pilot threw a bowling ball out the side of the hot air balloon and it landed in his neighbor's yard and went 10 feet into the ground. That's legendary. We were passing over these nice neighborhoods and I can see this one dude just cleaning his pool. And I have the bright idea to think, I have a water bottle. And I look at the pilot and I'm like, I got $20 that says I can land this in that guy's pool. The pilot looks back at me and is like, no fucking way. Now I took that as a challenge. I got up to the edge and I just chucked that thing. And man, we all went to the edge. The whole basket's leaning over and we're all watching as this bottle just keeps turning and turning and turning till eventually it goes really far out and it hooks back in. And I'm starting to notice, holy shit, this is actually gonna happen. I thought I lost $20. And it looks like it's gonna happen. It's coming in. And dude, it lands so fucking hard in this dude's pool. You can just see it hit and the guy look up. Because we're in the greatest getaway vehicle of all time, a gigantic fluorescent hot air balloon. And he just looks up to the sky and just flips us off. After that, we come in for the landing. And if you've never seen a hot air balloon landing, it's pretty much like a car crash. There's no way to land. At the beginning of the ride, the pilot taught us the two landing positions. The first one was a normal landing. The second one was the crash position. The landing position looked like this. Basically, you just grabbed onto the sides and squatted. And then the crash position looked like this. With that one, they wanted you to put your back in the direction that you were heading. So we're going this way. So we're coming down for our landing. Our pilot's like, all right guys, get in landing position. I realize we're kind of coming in hot. And I look at the pilot and his face is kind of like, oh shit. And he tells us, all right guys, never mind, get in crash position. So we all get in crash position. We come in hot and we hit the ground so hard that the whole fucking thing flips. One kid gets ejected out of the basket, another kid goes flying the other way. I'm just holding on for dear fucking life. And then as the screams peacefully came to a silence, I realized it was over. So if you're thinking about going on a hot air balloon ride, I wouldn't, but that's up to you. Alright guys, if you like my videos, hit that like button, subscribe, follow, share it. Sharing is caring. But till next time guys, have fun at the Balloon Fiesta.